Hello and welcome to Giddy Up with SC Cup.
Otherwise known as Real-Time Reviews with Tom and Corey.
Yeah. Possibly, hopefully back again due to, anyway. Yeah, hopefully we'll be back. But yeah, what do you think of the...
What did I think of the show? I guess I knew Bill would fixate on the Mueller report this week, and he did.
Yeah.
And he was a little temperamental about it.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know if... it's almost like a bit of a break in the show's usual...
Focus?
Yeah. Just felt like, like it was like a lingering issue there. But I guess we should start with the interview with Pete. I don't even own a jacket, Buttigieg. I don't think I was overly impressed with him.
Oh yeah, I don't think of him as that great. I think he seems to be staking out a territory that is sort of intermediate between the progressive wing and the more like neoliberal shill wing. But, because he, doesn't, for example, have the hubris of an Amy Klobuchar and isn't also like a firebrand neoliberal, he's not attracting much flack from the progressive community. It's fine.
He seems like a perfectly nice guy, but I can't think of anything else to say about him, in terms of praise.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess his demeanor has some strong points, but he also does come off as a little bit dated in terms of style and a little bit stiff or wooden, some cliches.
Do you know who he reminds me of?
Who?
Emmanuel Macron.
Oh, yeah.
Like young, kind of handsome, well-educated, even for a political candidate.
Yeah.
Like a sort of like publicly intellectual.
Yeah.
And, with enough broad centrist appeal to maybe go further than their abilities might otherwise allow them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but part of me wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
If there was like some sort of, coalition of various disparate Democratic groups that like end up behind him, like after, I don't know, like Bernie dropped out and a bunch of the other kind of more fringy candidates dropped out. They might like attract some of those people.
Yeah, no, he could do well in the primaries. We'll have to see.
We will have to see.
Yeah.
Panel was good. Good panel.
Yeah.
I guess I've already forgotten the Congresswoman from Michigan's name.
Slotkin.
Alyssa
Slotkin.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Representative Slotkin. I like having Andrew Sullivan on the show more and more lately, but he always... what's his deal?
Gosh, that is a complicated question.
I know he needs to stop wearing his like shirt that unbuttoned at the collar if he's gonna always have a sunburn.
Well, and no shade, Andrew, but I mean, I like it. It's like it's a touch too tight. I like the look, but the buttoning is a little tight.
Yeah.
Yep. No, his deal is, I don't know, this sort of the George Will sort of mainstream conservatism that makes a virtue out of compromise. And it's just sort of, in my mind, it's just sort of tired. Not bringing anything particularly new.
Yeah. He seems so passionate, and I guess it's earnest.
I guess,
but it's like,
I think it's just
sometimes it's maybe he's over earnest in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Yep. He speaks forcefully against points that no one is raising.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like he attacks strawmen.
Yes.
A lot.
That's a big issue with the show. And, I mean, S.E. Cupp does that as well, but she doesn't have this sort of intellectual facade. She's more of like a pop commentator.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, she's more, like, it's more of a game to her, like a career game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She always seems to laugh too hard at some of the jokes that fall flat. I mean, I don't mind her either, but yeah, there's a little bit of a facade there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she's okay, but it's just like, I'm not evaluating her.
And then, okay, so then they talked about the Mueller report a lot, which, as many of the panelists pointed out, we haven't read yet. And when we do get to read it, it'll be redacted. And, Bill seemed mad that he wasn't being vindicated or something. It's like he was taking that issue personally in a way he doesn't take a lot of issues on the show.
Well, he's been one of the big media boosters of what is arguably an overhyped media circus, and it's having consequences. So,
and it's funny, like Preet Bahar or Bahar, he, there's a trope on the show of like getting former legal professionals to kind of explain legalese things on the show for the layman in the audience, and like I feel like that was supposed to be his job tonight, but he didn't give the answer Bill wanted, so Bill was like getting kind of like, yeah, but come on, just say it, say that he's a traitor, say it say it into the mic. So that was kind of amusing.
Preet was just kind of like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, really. Which is like the only reasonable answer at the moment.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But it was okay.
We didn't come here for reason. We came here for blood, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like, fashion-wise, I kind of like Pete's style in a way. Although I kind of, like no jacket and a tie. To me, that seems...
Are you mayor of South Bend, Indiana? Or, are you the manager to Dunkin' Donuts?
Fern.
I mean, really... Maybe the two jobs aren't that far off. I don't know. I've never been to South Bend.
Maybe. I
probably never will after saying that in public.
Yeah.
I liked Preet Bahar's tie. It was a nice shade.
Oh, yeah.
I liked Bill's tie tonight, too. But not a standout episode fashion-wise. I mean, the most distracting thing was Andrew Sullivan's shirt and his plunging neckline.
Yeah. That's his thing, though, I guess.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? The humor seemed to be sometimes in the show the humor aspect of it picks up upon real things that are like, oh yeah, I hate not mustard water, but something a little more culturally salient.
Yeah.
But these ones were a bit more. These new rules were a bit more like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like the toilet paper thing is like... I think maybe Bill just pulled that out of a drawer of jokes he wrote in like the mid-90s. And if he ever has to go, if they ever have to like have a joke replaced at the last minute, he just uses one of these old ones.
Yeah.
And he pulled that one and he's like, toilet paper for men, sure, why not,
Yep.
But that made no sense to me.
Yep. And the editorial seemed like kind of a rehash of...
Yeah, like, a couple other recent editorials or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. That wasn't the best.
Yeah. It was an okay show.
Yeah, it was, Again, it's like when you get kind of these more interesting people on the panel, you tend to expect more than we got from this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're okay, but I look forward to some nice, zesty, smart... better commentary next week, hopefully. Although I don't know who the guests are. Oh, well. I give it a B. You?
B-.
Okay. Yeah, fuck it, B-. But yeah, signing out.